Daniel Blakeslee is an experienced leader and a leadership coach. He's a pastor, college professor, husband, father, and grandfather. And Dr. Daniel has developed curriculum for the pilot course for the Navy's Total Quality Management Program, now Total Leadership Management Program, and has been awarded the Master Training Specialist designation for his work in the Navy's Leadership Instructor School. Today, Dr. Daniel joins us to talk about what it means to lead like hell, Israel. And it's good to have you with us. I left a lot of your bio and resume out there. It's very impressive, and how God's kind of put you in this position and place to inspire and bring out the leadership gift in others.
And so she was born, and she came out and said, "Here I am, world." And she was, we thought, a wild child. I mean, she was the one that, you know, we had steps on the front porch of the house, and she would go down the steps on her big wheel, roll onto the ground, and get back up and do it again. And I said, "Hey, I need some stories from your childhood. Tell me about some of those wild things you did." And Danielle said, "I've blocked them from my memory." And Jennifer said, "I think you're asking the wrong people, because what I remember of wild children was you and your brothers." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "You set Grandma's house on fire twice." I said, "Oh, yeah." "And you had a dart in your head." I said, "Oh, yeah, I forgot that." I didn't say it. You know, I did see a study that was published this week that says your name is proportional to how much money you make. They've determined that people with shorter names make more money. The #1 money-making name for men is Tom. Pastor Tom. Those three Greek words, it says we see elders, presbyteros, are to serve as overseers, which is episkopos, as they shepherd or promene the flock. Okay, so we see these three Greek words are used to describe leaders in the church. And as I studied leadership in the Bible, I found these three words consistently over and over again, describing leaders in different scenarios, in different roles, in different situations. And from that, I developed this idea, this model of the 6 leadership styles. You guys don't get junk mail, I guess. I'll forward you some. Another hoax that goes around the internet. And, you know, it's hard to believe that there's stuff on the internet that's not true. I know it. I'm shocked, too.
Guys might kind of get this. You deal with I guess the use of tools for different leadership styles and skills. So socket sets and levels and tape measures and screwdrivers. Share a little bit about you know, that perception or perspective of looking at leadership in the way of tools and skill sets.
Sure. Everybody understands how a screwdriver works.
What it's for.
What it's for. And only, you know, one thing about a screwdriver, only one person can use it at a time. Mm-hmm. And that is the leadership style of the screwdriver. That's the person that they do it themselves. They're kind of a do-it-yourselfer. They don't want any help. They don't delegate well. Mm-hmm. If you're going to learn from them, you have to watch them, because they're not going to take the time to teach you. Where a tape measure leader, somebody that uses a tape measure, they're going to listen to your inputs. They will solicit your input, but there's no doubt who makes the final decision. You know, I was taught measure twice, cut once,
right,
with a tape measure, and that's that kind of leader.
Yeah, we got to know what what that is in each of our lives, so
Right.
we can kind of allow that to grow in our lives. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Daniel Blakeslee, also Pastor Daniel Blakeslee, author of Lead Like Hell is Real. And to connect with Daniel, you can go to danielblakeslee.com, or as always, you can go to our website, harvest-tv.com. If you click on Show Info in the menu bar, you'll find an easy way to get back to his site as well. And when we come back, Pastor Mark Lange will continue with part 2 of Your Christmas Miracle. We'll be right back.